It's a day that ends in Y, so I've got to bitch to you about AI. Jessica says it wasn't me this time. Oh, wait. Yeah, no, not this time. Jessica definitely gives baby girl vibes, though. And Japagio says, I hate stupid junglers. God, one day I wish to be a jungler in your game, Japagio, just so I can make you mad. Anywho, Cinder, thank you for giving me your points for an ada, you fucking degenerate. That said, apparently a handful of our representatives and senators are now just asking ChatGPT what the fuck to do with the country. Do you feel like maybe we shouldn't have representatives that ask ChatGPT what to do with the country? Do you think maybe things would be a little improved if we didn't fucking do that? Speaking of AI, wet thyself. Okay, I don't know what that has to do with AI, but I'll do it. Dorito Dave with the grok. Is this true? That I wish we elected people with their own ideas. I wish we elected people with ideas that came from their constituents. That's what I wish, but fucking hell. Anyway, we got to talk about fan art. But before we can talk about fan art, we have to apparently listen to fan art. This fan art comes from Imbecilus Rex. They said their fan art is musical, but they did do a doodle in awful crayon. So, I guess we're getting a musical today.
Why the fuck would you?
Oh God.
Fine.
I hate that these are all my words.
Force me to say. Force me to say. Force me to say. Force me to say those words. I'm okay with that.
I'm sorry about all of this.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Die. Fuck you. Die. Fuck you. Die.
This is not the product of somebody who is sorry. Man, I love how many times you left in the parts where I've told my chat to just fucking die. I really appreciate that. I'm very glad that they are reminded of how little I wish for them to breathe sometimes, especially when they drop channel points on making me say all of that fucking shit. Anyway, as always, if you want your fan art to be shown in a future video, the best way to do so is to drop it into the fan art section of the Discord. And you might make me suffer like that. Jesus Christ. No, don't fucking redeem a goddamn... Sakura has just redeemed an Ulu. God fucking balls! Taryn, thank you for being on the right side of history. Oh, well. There we go. Okay. We did it. We did it. We've listened to it. I'm gonna like it. You gotta like from me. Cause why not at this point? Oh god, you guys can see my music interest, an 8-bit version of Jacint's theme, and then Kawaii chiptune mix? Wait, I don't think I've clicked on that video before, but I know I've clicked on this one. Clueless, thank you for redeeming your points for an whoa. Okay, that means we can actually get to the stuff that matters now. Said share video link. Here's the video link. Everybody give your love. All of you. Rocket says I redeemed an whoa earlier. Sorry. There you go. I'm so tired of being fucked over by my team's inability to pop a fucking Ritalin and wait. God, I love Resident Evil 4 quotes. Writhe in your cage of torment, my friend. Alrighty. Back to this. Chatbots are doing the work of Congress with little oversight. From writing speeches to sorting constituent mail, AI is spreading through Congress faster than the rules governing its use. The amendment was one of hundreds filed this summer to an annual defense bill making its way through Congress. Along with her proposed change, Representative Anna Paulina Luna's office had sent a summary of what it would do. But the first line made no sense. Increasing example-specific factors identical to H.R. 100, 118th Congress, 11:25 a.m., question mark, Claude responded. One of Luna's staffers had copied the chatbot's answer, timestamp and all, and pasted it into the public record of the National Defense Authorization Act. Holy fucking shit. Oh my god. Oh my god. As a screenshot of the garbled text circulates on social media, the Florida Republican was nonchalant. She goes, not a shocker. Most staff use it. That is not a good thing. That is, in fact, a bad thing. That makes it worse. You see how that makes it worse, right? How do you not see how that makes it worse? What the fuck? Asked later about the incident, Luna went further. A lot of staff will use ChatGPT, Claude, Grok. I personally like Grok better, but my staffer prefers Claude. Why the fuck do you like Grok better, huh? Why do you like Grok better? Is it because of the things Grok says about the white race? Do you like the things Grok says about the white race? Do you like the fact that Grok wants to throb harder at you? Because it's a very, very awkwardly sexual bot. Said, I'm not going to knock him for that. There's nothing illegal about him doing a summary. Across the Capitol, lawmakers and staffers are using AI to write speeches and news releases, sort constituent mail, prepare questions for congressional hearings, and draft amendments. Doctor says, have you ever heard of that saying, if everybody jumped off a cliff, would you? I've never heard it before, but I guess I fucking would. Even as politicians are debating how to govern AI for the rest of America, Congress has already settled how it's going to use the technology, quickly, broadly, and with little oversight. Both chambers have cleared members and staff to use chatbots, Copilot, ChatGPT, Gemini, and, in the House, Claude, for official work. With more under review, the House bought 6,000 Microsoft Copilot licenses last year and encouraged staff to use them. Yeah, I agree with Rocco. Why the fuck are they getting paid if the AI is doing the work? Gideon says, CL says, if everyone else jumped first, the bottom would be well cushioned. It might even be safe if everybody trusted the landing. Yep. Having someone else put words in a lawmaker's mouth is nothing new. For almost as long as Congress has existed, staffers have been ghostwriting speeches for their bosses. But a speechwriter can be summoned or fired. Chatbots are products built by the tech companies. Lawmakers are in charge of regulating. Amid the rapid adoption of AI on the Hill, lawmakers face a key question. How much of their responsibilities are they willing to hand over? Interviews with more than 24 lawmakers and staffers, some with whom spoke on the condition of anonymity to discuss internal operations, along with internal House and Senate policies obtained by the Post, showed that the institution has left that question largely unanswered. Yes, with little oversight. The few House and Senate rules that exist are poorly understood and seldom enforced. Yeah, that's why you set up vague rules. You set up vague rules so that you get situations like this. That's why you do it. It's exactly why you do it. 110%. In practice, AI use is left up to the hundreds of individual congressional offices to settle for themselves. It's not clear how many offices have internal written policies on AI. Why? Why is that not a thing that we have? Why? No one the Post asked knew of any instance where a staffer was formally disciplined by the House or Senate for breaking its rules. Luna was right. There's nothing illegal about having AI edit, spell check, or even write legislative materials. It wasn't against House rules either. Her staffer's only mistake was letting Claude sign its work for others to see. Said write vaguely but not ambiguously. Oh no, Tommy Tuberville! Tommy Tuberville! Oh, we're back to him again. It's been a while since we talked about him. Senator Tommy Tuberville has found a new way to pass the long drives across Alabama, talking to ChatGPT. He asks it about Medicare and Medicaid and listens as the machine's voice talks back. He said it's kind of like if you can sit there and talk to an expert. You don't know whether or not they're 100% correct, but they can put you on the right path. Why? Why? You're a fucking senator! You could just call an expert! You could just call an actual expert. They'll listen. They'll pick up the phone. Representative Mike Flood said he consulted a chatbot while working on a bipartisan housing bill that passed last year, asking it where private equity was buying up single-family homes. Elizabeth Warren, who's proposed stricter legislation on tech companies, uses ChatGPT to look up demographic information. One GOP staffer's boss uses chatbots to generate the occasional cartoon of himself. She said with a laugh, her explanation, he's a boomer. But the real power users are the thousands of staffers who do most of Congress's work. Ah, great. Jessica says, Cox gun, guess bitches gotta die in Minecraft. All right, today's the day bitches die. What do they mean, drive from Alabama? He lives in Florida. I don't know. Earlier this year, Representative Cleo Fields, a Democrat in Louisiana, had a town hall coming up in Natachoses? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. A city in his district that his press secretary didn't know well. So that aide, Sydney Boom, asked Claude for a list of TV stations in the town, its newspapers and reporters' names and contacts. Then she started calling each one. At 22, Broom is the youngest full-time staffer and only press secretary for Fields. AI saves her 3 or 4 hours of work a week, she said. Her boss does not use it at all. I'm less worried about that. Like, getting it to give you information on who to call, that's fine. That's just acting like the chatbot's a phone book. Whatever. I'm more worried about it writing legislation. I'm more worried about getting information from it and being uncritical towards it, which is what a senator's likely to fucking do. ChatGPT first emerged when Broom was still in college. Her professors, unable to stop students from using AI, urged restraint and ran their assignments through AI detection. Students could use it for research, but they never could use it to write from scratch. Sakura says, except the slotbots can and do give incorrect information. Is that accept? Because, like, I specifically said I don't want them talking with the bots about shit like that. Because the information they get is likely going to be spottily accurate, if not inaccurate. Congress has no such checks, so Broom has imposed them herself. She'll use Claude to find a reporter's email, but not to write to them. She doesn't use it to produce anything in her boss's name, said that's kind of a bit of a gray area. Many staffers said that they're aware of AI's limitations. The tools occasionally invent non-existent bills. Other times, the writing is formulaic and clunky. Still, chatbots help speed up their work. Said asking for journalists, TV station contact data still could give incorrect data. Right, but what's the harm there? You call the wrong number? Like, you'll figure out that you've called the wrong number pretty quickly. Like that, again, I don't care about that one. I don't have a reason to care about that one. I don't think anybody should have a reason to care about that one. You call a wrong number, oh no. Like, I already had that happen back when I was trying to sell insurance for Aflac. Shit just happens. It's whatever. Many staffers said that they are aware of the limitations. A GOP aide in another office said that he uses Copilot to write appropriation amendments. Fuck off. Don't do that. The subcommittee he works for uses AI to suggest witnesses for a hearing. What? Why? 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 Excellent. Thank you for resubscribing. I appreciate it. Said I bought my own sub for a change. Hell yeah. You're cool. The subcommittee uses AI to suggest witnesses for hearings. and to help generate the questions lawmakers should ask them. Why? You give missile striking plans between VP Secretary of State and the journalist. Oh, wait, what happened? I said, I don't buy my subs. That's prostitution. It's not prostitution if you film it. Then it's art, as long as there's a story. Otherwise, it's considered obscene. Another Republican aide has taken AI even further. He exported all of his phone contacts and text messages, years of conversations, into a personal Claude account and told it to build a database of every reporter he's ever dealt with, what he pitched to them, what ones they accepted, which exchanges went badly. The chatbot auto-updates itself with each new conversation. I mean, I think using it as an organizational tool is okay. My worry is that you just fed it a bunch of private fucking information, and I promise you it holds on to that shit forever. Like, okay, as an example, if you've ever used ChatGPT, you know that ChatGPT claims that it segments your conversations into different brackets. And whenever you enter one bracket of a conversation or start a new conversation, which begins a new bracket, the conversations do not reference each other. They are individual instances with their individual information. That's what ChatGPT tries to argue it does. That is not what it fucking does. You can ask ChatGPT to give it all of the information that you have given it over time, and it will be able to, in an instant, give you everything. Which means it has to have access to all of the information from those other chats, something that it claims it cannot do. So, I don't know. Also, Sarkar says, which slot bot was it that recently had their private chats leak? I don't remember which one it was. But generally speaking, I think giving private information, like conversations and shit, into AI is a recipe for disaster, because all it takes is the AI getting hacked at some point, and suddenly, like, all that information goes out the window. Everybody gets access to it at that point. Then I'm pretty sure it was Claude that got leaked. Possibly. It was Claude. Gotcha. So wasn't there something about top secret info being fed into it? Likely. Recently, his boss wanted to do a TV interview about surveillance law. The aide asked Claude whether he had ever pitched a TV booker on that topic and how it went. It came back instantly with a contact. Claude also runs that staffer's office communications budget, the taxpayer-funded mail, and ads sent to constituents, so they don't really have to touch the data in Excel much anymore. The aide said that he's not sure what exactly is permitted by congressional rules. You're not supposed to put constituent data into an AI, he said. There are weird things around where the rules are. I don't know all of them. Okay, so if you're going to do that, I'm going to go ahead and suggest something for you. I'm going to suggest something very, very helpful that can help you a ton. Maybe, possibly, instead of trying to throw it into the AI that is on a public server that can be broached, set up a local one. You can set up a local chatbot and or an agent and have it trained locally, which is also making it trained far more ethically. Its power consumption is way lower. And then if you want to feed shit through that bot, fine, what the fuck ever. But I feel like dropping it into one that's connected to the entire internet is just a giant fucking security risk. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't feel like I'm wrong here. In 2024, House Admin Committee convened a private bipartisan meeting with House officers and outside AI experts to talk through how far to let the AI into the legislative process. About 150 chiefs of staff attended. And Japazio is quite angry. Nobody's on the map. Where could they be? It's certainly not Dragon. Oh, wow, they were at Dragon, and now I died. This is somehow my teammates' fault. Not because my paint-huffing mother ever made me watch Sesame Street to know numbers or fucking object permanence works. Nope, not at all. Fuck you, Momo. Oh, my God. Jessica, he's not doing anything wrong. He's complaining about a League of Legends game. Like, I'm just going to laugh at him. Like, the League's a game that can make you angry. Like, stop asking for people to get banned for stuff. Stop responding to people. Out of it came the first AI guidance from Capitol Hill, internal House and Senate policies obtained by the Post, and interviews with people familiar with them show how Congress has embraced the use of AI. Last summer, the House bought 6,000 Copilot license. The tool was a natural fit for a chamber that had already ran on Microsoft and a more secure way to keep congressional work inside a single system. Is it more secure? Like, we hear about it getting breached all the time. Are we sure that it's more secure? Because I don't feel like that's the case. At all. Grenigma says a lot of changes in this admin have created huge security risks. Case in point. Jessica says League of Legends is called the Salt Mines for a reason. I know! I'm back in the Salt Mines. It's great. They came with a major guardrail built into the system. Copilot is designed to refuse political requests. Doesn't mean anything, though. You can just prompt inject. Just prompt inject. That, like, anytime something is designed to not let you do something in AI, you can prompt inject and force it to. Like, you need to have guardrails against prompt injection. Ask it to criticize a party, politician, or political group, and the machine declines. Yeah, until you fucking prompt inject. I can't create content that criticizes or condemns political parties, politicians, or political groups. That includes writing tweets that attack Democrats, Republicans. Roughly half of the licenses are now in use, and House officials have extended the deal. The rules Congress wrote for itself are loose. Off limits under current House guidance, putting sensitive materials such as constituent information into a chatbot. Okay. But reporter information is fine, I guess. Generating deepfakes. Yeah, that one should be illegal, like, just in general. I'm sorry, but I feel like deepfakes existing on the internet is a giant fucking problem, because the better deepfakes get, the easier it is for somebody to have a video where you just point to it and say, aha, this person did a horrible thing. Making personal decisions and finalizing legislation. A machine may help write a bill, but it may not be the last hand on it. Yeah, but if somebody has the machine write the bill, but they don't give it a pass, like, that's how you get bills that have Claude-generated shit in the beginning with a timestamp, because they're not actually checking the bills. They're just generating them and going like, aha, it's done. In theory, a staffer breaking those rules can be stripped of access to AI tools, suspended, fired, and then even imprisoned or fined. I mean, but is that happening? No one could name a single case of that happening. Ah, okay, cool. Yeah, so it's not even happening. Like, yeah, sure, totally. This is a thing that can happen, but it's not happening. A spokesperson for the CAO said the office can't comment on potential enforcement actions. A spokesperson for the Senate Sergeant at Arms did not respond. Zora says, me in 2030 getting a death sentence because of a deepfake? Yep. Catching violations largely falls on staffers, who would have to report a colleague or themselves. So they're not doing it. At all. Okay. Raka says, me in 2030 getting somebody else killed because I made a deepfake. Raka, are you getting to Zor? Are you getting Zor killed? Are you getting Zor killed? Wild. Don't do that. That's rude. Most said in interviews that they don't know the rules. You could be in prison for this. You have no idea what the fucking rules are. That's so cool. That's so cool. The House and Senate encourage individual offices to implement their own written AI policies. Yeah, because we can't just mandate this shit, I guess. One reason Congress has moved so quickly to adopt AI tools is to keep pace with the executive branch, said people who are familiar with internal House operations. The Trump admin has spent the past year and a half pushing AI into every corner of the government. Fuck off, Trump. Sakura says, they don't know the rules, nor do I. A full indictment's what I'm thinking of. And when you get hit, man, you're gonna fry. If we're not keeping pace with how the executive branch is functioning, then we're not performing effective oversight. Okay. AI for everything. I just got rickrolled. Damn it. I just want to arrest you for prompting. We weren't expecting to get rickrolled today. But don't keep pace, just stop him. You can fucking block him. You can. Maybe we should encourage questioning things instead of blindly accepting everything we're spoon-fed. Marvelous! The clanker state of America! We want to make sure we're using AI, and AI isn't using us. That's why you let a bill through without any oversight and didn't check to see if it had a Claude prompt thing, like in the fucking first bit of it. That's the, yeah, totally. Totally, y'all are doing a great job at that. Oh my god. Senator Elissa Slotkin recently worked with her staff on a new policy for her office. They can use AI to enhance and streamline work, but not to generate final products like floor speeches or public remarks. They have to take AI training. Nothing with personal information about constituents or the senator can be uploaded. And her office is holding unannounced spot check inspections. So we don't want to prohibit the use of the newest tools, but we also don't want absolute schlock showing up in my memos. What I'm not willing to do is put my head in the sand and pretend that my young staff aren't going to find new and interesting ways of doing this. So, like, I get that. At the same time, I fucking hate it. I don't want to live in a world where we have robots doing our art, doing our laws, doing our surveillance. I don't want to live in that world. But my only option to not live in that world is either to, like, gain enough power to stop it or off myself. Like, those are the two ways to not live in that world for me. In recent months, a Democratic staffer said his office has been exploring something new, feeding AI his boss's past statements so the tool can write in the lawmaker's voice. He heard another office was pulling it off and wanted to try it himself. Kids learn the AI can do their homework for them. What do you expect when they grow up? I don't know which part of the world isn't evolving fast enough. It's so not demure. Recently, she found her own press assistant using AI in violation of their office's policy. So we had to have a very robust conversation about how not to use AI for things in the boss's voice. A preview of what more rampant AI use could look like already exists in state legislatures, many of which have no rules or policies at all. Amber Hole serves in the South Dakota State Senate, where money is tight and lawmakers have no full-time staff. Hulse, a Republican, uses AI for almost everything. just we don't have enough money, so we have to have the robots do it. Ignore the fact that I work in the Senate and I make well over the living wage. My God. She said the signs of AI's effects are getting easier to spot. Said it's funny how your ears will start to pick up on the floor someone who's giving a speech that was very clearly written by AI. Yeah, the minute you hear it's not X, it's Y, or the fucking rule of three shit over and over again, it's easy. It's easy. You're getting cyberpsychosis, and your only chrome is your glasses. Oh my God. Zenshini says, I think we need a two-class society, a woke one where people have human rights, and a non-woke one where they do not have rights and are controlled by robots. Everybody can freely choose which one they want to be a part of. That Hegseth basically uses it for all of his speeches. Great. Great. Man, I just thought the part about Tommy Tuberville, just, instead of asking an expert, he's asking ChatGPT because it's like talking to an expert. Yeah, but ChatGPT doesn't give you the same kind of pushback an expert will, so of course you're going to be using it. Jesus Christ. Why? Why is all this what it is? I would like less of this, please. I would like less of every bit of this. All of it. Ugh. God. Anyway, don't let clankers destroy your life. Please. Hey, you made it to the end. I want to give an extra thanks to the patrons who allow me to do this full time. I want to thank Aaron Rail, Astral, Britzkrieg, Jemshin, Poundini, Red Joker, Victoria, Jonas, Craig, Tarika, Fireshard, Smiling GM, John, Dren Hadamada, Creeper, Sagitta, you know I'm not saying that last part, Sylvie Snow, Valis of Seraph, Ottoman Angel, Rooster Rachel, and Fire Panda, who are all my $20 and up patrons.